Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Placing Talent with Physemp. I'm your regular host, Paul Strubel, Sales and Marketing Manager here at Physemp. Today's episode is going to focus on salary, and we're going to break this into two parts. We're going to talk about the significance of posting salary from the client side when you are looking for applicants and the importance of why you need to include that information. And then we're going to jump in the second half of the video to focus on salary as it relates to physicians and healthcare professionals when they are looking for jobs and how to navigate that field. So let's get started. We are obviously seeing some changes going on over the past couple of years. We've addressed in previous episodes about the significance of zip codes and cities when it comes to job posting. We did touch a little bit on that aspect of including salary data in your post to get improved views. Well, we're going to kind of dive deeper into that today. So one thing that we're seeing is a trend in the direction because of very populous states, California and New York in particular, are sort of starting to make it a legal requirement to include salary data within a job posting. Now, on our site, when you go to the site, you have the ability to choose whether this is hourly, whether it's weekly, or whether it's an annual salary, and we also give you the ability to put in a salary range. We do that for a number of reasons, which we'll get into, but most importantly now I want to talk about sort of the data side versus the job description, because I think that's a really important thing that we need to touch on. In the same way that Google and other search engine outfits are looking for that quick data set of the city and the zip code because they want to be able to map job postings and things like that, they also are looking in that data set for things like salary information. While putting it in the job description does meet the legal requirement for a lot of places because you have indicated that there's some salary information associated with the job posting, it's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it is on the back end of your job posting, the same place that you would put information like on our site, for example, the specialty and the city and the zip code, build it into the data set of the job. You can put that salary information in there. That way, the search engines can view it quickly at a glance and view it as crucial data. Yes, this job has salary information included with it without having to actually look at the job description, so to speak, because they can't tell at a glance whether or not it's included or not. You will see better search engine optimization, meaning your jobs will come up higher in the search results, and you're going to get better coverage when it comes to aggregate sites and things like that when we push it out to all the people that we use to spread your job around the internet. Some will not take the jobs if they don't include salary in certain places. So that's just an easy way to think about it. Put it in the data set. You're going to see a better return when it comes to search engine, and it's also easier for people to read and to navigate. So transparency is going to mean more clicks. Including that salary data is important. If you exist in a state, for example, that does not require salary information, it's still a really good idea to build it in there for the reasons that we're discussing. You're going to see an improvement in your SEO, and you're also providing more transparency to potential job seekers so that you're going to see more clicks and more interest in the jobs if that information is there. Now, there's obviously a big question, and a lot of employers get a little bit tripped up when it comes to posting this information, which is why we give people the option for a salary range. We, of course, understand that it's not the full part of the equation, right? The salary is one part of the benefits package. There's also, vacation time, there's bonus structure, there's relocation. All of these things and many other things, obviously, are going to be built into the compensation package in total. But the legal requirement is that salary number. Now, as an employer, you might feel like, well, if we put a salary out there, we're going to get a wide range of different types of candidates, and we don't want to have to commit to the top end or the bottom end, necessarily. We want to have some flexibility in there. That's why we give you the range. And also that's the first indication to people looking for opportunities. This is where you might fall depending on experience level for the job you're after. Lastly, experience, qualifications, those things are also going to play a part in what type of salary the role will command. So it's important to put those things in the job description as an added layer of transparency. What might you be looking for if you're looking for this top end? So those are some things to keep in mind as it relates to salary and job posting as we enter the back half of 2024 here. Keep those things in mind. They're going to continue to become more and more important as more states continue to add this legal requirement for compensation. We're going to jump now to the physician and healthcare professional side. And I think that this is going to be really useful for a lot of potential job seekers because of the way that Physemp operates. We are highlighting jobs on our site through our network. They're the jobs that you're going to see first when you're looking, the ones that have accurate salary data, because that information is so important to people. If you do not list it in the back-end data, it's going to appear downstream of the ones that are putting salary out there, because those are the jobs that get more visibility, more clicks. We're catering to those on our site. And so it's important to know that you can get that kind of ball rolling if you have that in place. Understanding where you sit in the field is obviously a big part of understanding what type of compensation you should demand when you're looking for an opportunity. So we go about this in a couple ways here at Physemp. Our blog would be the first. The physician blog has a number of articles that discuss compensation plans, negotiation strategies, different ways to sort of understand your worth, links to different sites like the AMA, so you can understand what you might expect when compensation is out there. So if you're looking at a job where, let's say, it's an opportunity in Northern California where the average salary is $625K, but the job in question is at the top end of their range looking at $425, you might say, well, that's well below the range. We don't really want to pursue this. You can know that at a glance. Those type of things, that transparency is really useful off the bat, but it is worth investigating more in terms of what you're getting in terms of the compensation. Are there tremendous benefits packages? Are there bonus plans? Are there those things? It's worth diving in. You don't just want to write a job off based on the salary information that's immediately available, because there might be a lot more to the story. When it comes to getting downstream of the job process and the negotiation strategies, one of the things that we recommend, and again, this is something you'll find in our blog, you'll find pieces on negotiation strategies. Asking questions is a great way to express real interest. It's a way to indenture yourself to the person who's looking to fill this opportunity by showing genuine interest. And understanding, again, that salary is only part of the equation. You are looking for compensation, and when you ask good questions, it's going to fill in that information for you about the total package of compensation that you'll be getting, which might mean relocation, it might mean a terrific bonus structure, it might mean partial ownership if you're in a clinic or things like that. All of those things are going to be covered in the negotiation process and also sometimes in the job description. Maintaining professionalism, positivity, and persistence when you are trying to look for a job is something that we really recommend to physicians. Even if you're highly in demand, you want to create a reputation for yourself and show that you have the ability to be a team player, because a lot of places really do look for that when it comes to a candidate. So while you might have the specialty, you might have the experience that they're highly interested in, creating a sense that you are going to be a great fit in that environment is also of the utmost importance. So keep those things in mind when you're applying to jobs and when you're negotiating through the downstream process of a new opportunity. So this has been episode 4 of Placing Talent with Physemp. We covered a little bit about salary. We'll be back in a couple weeks with the next episode. Stay tuned for that. You can always go back and look at earlier episodes through this series and see kind of some of the stuff you've missed. We'll talk to you then. Thanks.